there's one thing you need to know about Metal Gear Solid 5: The Phantom Pain, it's that it's different. From the storytelling to the minute-to-minute gameplay, there's never been a Metal Gear game quite like this. At the same time, The Phantom Pain has many of the series' best qualities. It finds a way to pull you in and keep you glued to a world that's unlike any other. It all starts with one hell of an opening. While we won't spoil the finer details, there's one thing worth noting. The Phantom Pain does an excellent job of making the player question everything. While other Metal Gear games rely on an abundance of exposition to draw the player in, The Phantom Pain, much like Ground Zeroes, takes a very different approach. Story cutscenes are few and far between. When they do happen, Big Boss tends to speak very little. Rather than explain every detail, The Phantom Pain drip feeds information. It teases players through its world one hint at a time, requiring constant re-evaluation of the situation and your stake in it.
After 9 years on ice, solo infiltration of the Soviet main ground forces should be the perfect warm-up.
For once, Metal Gear isn't afraid to hold its cards close to its chest, and the style fits perfectly with the absolutely enormous world. We saw 2 of the 3 available locations, Afghanistan and Africa, and they were more than enough to convince us of the game's sprawling scope. In similar fashion to Ground Zeroes, you choose a mission, then travel by helicopter to a drop point in the desired location. In most open-world games, there's a disconnect between getting to an objective and actually completing it, as if they're 2 separate things. Yet in The Phantom Pain, it's crucial to think about how you're going to reach your destination. It's tempting to just jump on a horse and gallop to a waypoint, but this can lead to unexpected trouble. Enemies and outposts are everywhere, meaning recklessness is immediately and thoroughly punished. As a result, getting somewhere is often as difficult, if not more difficult, than whatever the actual task is. Part of the reason for this is that the enemies are exceptionally smart. Guards can spot you from quite a distance, they're very sensitive to sound, and once they sniff you out, they're hesitant to call off searches. Seemingly every decision made, no matter how small, can influence success. The weapons chosen, the time of day, and the path taken all affect how things play out. Buddies make the most dramatic difference. During a mission, you can bring along one buddy and each has their own strengths and weaknesses. From what we've seen, the horse is the most straightforward. It's one of the most effective modes of transportation early on, and creative players can even use horse droppings to their advantage. Dee Dee, the dog, can automatically mark enemies and take them out silently. The sniper, Quiet, scouts out enemy outposts, signaling where everyone is before you arrive, and you can command her to eliminate a targeted enemy, although it makes a lot of noise. After completing a specific mission, you get a mech walker, which functions like a more capable horse. It moves at an even faster speed and comes equipped with tranquilizer guns on each of its arms.
A weapon to surpass Metal Gear.
Other Metal Gear games take place in relatively confined spaces, and precision comes through memorization. Knowing patrol routes and proper hiding spots means the difference between traceless stealth and sloppy shootouts. In The Phantom Pain, it's nearly impossible to memorize anything since the areas are so huge. To do well, it's important to use everything at your disposal, which includes marking enemies, scouting ahead, and interrogating people for information. Yet because there's so much to keep track of, things frequently go wrong. You're often venturing into uncharted territory, so you have to use surrounding resources as efficiently as possible. Part of the reason The Phantom Pain is so enthralling is that it encourages players to constantly interact with the world. Like Peace Walker, the Fulton recovery system allows you to send unconscious enemies back to Mother Base, your chief area of operations. These enemies then join your ranks and are assigned to particular teams. From there, they can research new weapons, items, enhancements for vehicles, and even expand the base. In order to conduct this research, you need plants, rare metals, and other materials found in the environment. Whether it's a powerful sniper rifle, rocket launcher, or suppressed assault rifle, the items you develop can have such a dramatic impact that it's more than worth it to grab as much as you can. Whereas areas in other Metal Gear games feel like obstacle courses that chain together story sequences, here you spend time connecting to the world, and you're justly rewarded for doing so.
Thank you, boss.
Easily one of the most impressive things about the Phantom Pain is Mother Base itself. It starts rather barren, with nothing more than a few soldiers occupying what looks like a poor man's version of Big Shell. Slowly, Mother Base starts to come alive.
Edie, come back!
But it's the little details that make Mother Base matter, such as how you can wash your blood-stained body at the showers, or when a stray puppy found in Afghanistan jumps into the helicopter, licking your face because he's so excited to see you. These moments make the Phantom Pain surprisingly personal. The story states that you're building an army, but Mother Base actually lets you feel it.
You know, I can look after him. He's still a pup, so he doesn't listen. I have a feeling someday he'll be useful.
If the rest of the Phantom Pain is as excellent as what we've seen at the preview event, the game will not only be one of the best of the year, but potentially one of the highest points in the series. At a time when so many sequels are mildly iterative, the Phantom Pain's insistence on rewriting itself and charting a new path forward is bold and exciting. For more impressions of Metal Gear Solid 5: The Phantom Pain, be sure to check out our Just Played episode as Brandon and Ben discuss their thoughts on the game.
Sent us to hell, but we're going even deeper. Take back everything that we've lost. 'Cause I'm already a demon.